Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video day, and today the Dallas Mavericks have signed PJ Washington to a contract extension. It's a 4-year, $90 million contract extension for PJ Washington. I'm going to be real honest. I'm not a huge fan of this contract extension, just to be completely honest. PJ Washington is a great player, but he averaged 14.7 points per game, 8 rebounds per game last year, and that's great. I'm not going to say it's not, because those numbers are really good. And, he's the starting power forward. He's putting up those numbers. But let's get real. PJ Washington is not going to be a starter anymore. They've got Cooper Flagg now. They've got Anthony Davis. They've got a way more improved front court. And then you've also got either Lively or Gafford starting there at center for the Mavs. The Mavs have already signed Gafford to extension, so they've already given out one extension this offseason. There is no starting room for P.J. Washington in the starting lineup. You've got D'Lo at starting point guard to begin the season and Klay Thompson at the 2 guard. Then once Kyrie comes back, you've got D'Lo, off the bench, and Kyrie and Klay are the 1-2 guard, mesh up, and then you've got Flagg, AD, and one of Lively or Gafford. And when you really look at it, when D'Lo is playing his best basketball, who is the real sixth man of the Dallas Mavericks when they are fully healthy? Is that P.J. Washington or is that D'Angelo Russell? Because, honestly, if D'Angelo Russell is playing his best basketball, he is the best player off the bench for the Dallas Mavericks and not P.J. Washington. So I wonder what kind of numbers will P.J. Washington put up now that they're going to have a full season of Anthony Davis and not just half the season of Anthony Davis. And Cooper Flagg is coming in. D'Angelo Russell is coming in. So with those guys coming into the fold of the Dallas Mavericks and Washington not being a starter anymore, and just this complete team. Like Caleb Martin is going into a full season with Dallas. They've got a really good depth chart. I like Najee Marshall as well. What kind of numbers is he going to put up off the bench? Well, he's not going to be a 14-point-per-game guy. If he's a guy that remained off the bench and stayed as a 14-point-per-game guy, then, all right, it's worth $23 million. That's the thing that doesn't make me like this deal. You're paying $23.5 million a season for the next 4 seasons to a guy who right now is the 6th man, but when everybody is healthy, he might be the 7th guy on the team. So, and if he's averaging 14-7 or 14-8 as a starter, what are those numbers going to go down to when he is playing a lot less minutes off the bench? So, honestly, I think if it would have been $20 million a year, I think that would have been a lot better for the Dallas Mavericks. Like $480 sounds a lot better. But I just believe this was a little bit of an overpay. If you're the Dallas Mavericks, I think you should have offered PJ Washington a 4-year, $80 million deal. And I think the most you should have paid PJ Washington was 4-year, $85. But look, I get the market has changed a little bit. Prices are up with the NBA player. NBA players make a lot more money, but I do think it is a little crazy for a guy who might be the 7th man on the roster to make almost $24 million a season for the next 4 seasons. You guys let me know your thoughts on the signing for the Mavs in the comment section, though, and peace out.